Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA. Moments away, it'll be the Las Vegas Aces going up against the Los Angeles Sparks. With Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're thrilled to have you with us.
And with the season in its early stages here, teams are trying to gather momentum.
That's the goal right now. Don't dig a hole for yourself and just get into a position of confidence.
Yeah, as competitive as the WNBA is, success at this time of the year is so important.
So the Sparks will get the first possession. McDonald with it. Pass to Shepard. That's good, and it's Harry McDonald with the assist.
With the perfect physical frame for interior scoring, Shepard can sure do some damage down low.
Morgan can't hit. Now McDonald. Jackson outside. Pass to Brink. Up top, McDonald. Brink. She's guarded by Wilson. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Evans. That three off the mark. Inside, Morgan. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and she'll go to the line. And in 2023, the Sparks went 17-23. They missed the playoffs by just one win.
They were firmly in before they lost 5 of their last 7 games. So I think a stronger finish to the year is a point of emphasis for this staff.
Now here's McDonald. Outside Evans. To the middle. Here's Shepard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
She can time her passes so perfectly. What an assist.
Gray outside. Pass to Agumake. Wilson left side. And out of bounds, the Sparks will take it. Here's McDonald. Now about 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. To the inside. Shepard can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. Out of character for her to miss those when the D's not right in her face.
Gray outside. Pass to Young. Down low. Morgan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jackie Young.
Love seeing that kind of unselfish attitude. Jackie Young makes so many winning plays.
Outside Evans. Brink a screen. Outside Evans. From outside, off the mark. The Aces with the lead. Here's Wilson. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
Plays with such imagination and vision. Players like Wilson go on to have long, successful careers.
Now here's McDonald.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Jackson outside. Pass to McDonald. To the paint. Shepard. Nice defense from A'ja Wilson.
And with how great she's been for over a decade now, it kind of feels like Nneka Ogwumike is underrated.
I agree with that 100%. I mean, she's finished top 10 in MVP voting the last 2 years. Is basically the textbook stretch big. And Nneka's done incredible work off the floor with the Players Association.
She's getting her first free throw attempts of the night.
In their last contest, she was unconscious from the free throw line.
It really was a great display of free throw shooting, just splashing them one after another.
That's also good, so she hits them both.
Well, on and off the floor, A'ja Wilson is a leader. You can just tell that she's earned the respect of her squad. And the coaching staff, they trust her to set the tone throughout the game.
Now here's Aleman. Collier outside. Cans it from downtown.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Here's Morgan. 5 points in the game. Out to Lloyd. From outside the arc. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I love when Lloyd takes these quick shots because she doesn't give the defense any time to react.
Past Aleman.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
And if they play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
To the inside. Morgan. A rebound by Gray.
Her shot has been off today. With her team leading, perhaps she should maybe focus more on her floor game.
It's hauled in by the Aces. Morgan. Gray defending. Here's Morgan. Back to Lloyd. Fires the 3. Not gonna go that time. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Aces ahead. They lead by 3. And the second quarter is on the way when we return. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what's your take on the Aces so far?
Really hard work being put in from the glass by them from the get-go.
Yeah, everyone's done a great job boxing out for them here, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
She was one step ahead of the D in making that pass. Nice assist.
Past Aleman. Collier. Down low. Gray with the bucket.
She picks her out brilliantly with that feed inside.
And it's the Aces with the ball. 3-point lead. Morgan can't hit.
Las Vegas foul call.
First trip to the free throw line for her tonight.
First team foul. At the line for Los Angeles, Dana Evans. Shooting.
You have to respect how Dana Evans can rise in the challenge. It seems like the more her team asks of her, the better Dana performs.
Will make substitutions. Here's Morgan. She's guarded by Shepard. The putback. Brink grabs the miss. On the wing, Rakia Jackson. She's covered by Ogumake. And plenty of contact on the shot, so the 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work by Jackson to draw the foul on her way up.
And this is her first free throw of the game. And she makes the first. And that's good as she hits both shots.
A talented player. Jackson's confidence and just overall versatility is what makes her so dangerous.
Here's Morgan. Happy to see that one go in. She is shooting 4 for 10 with that basket.
They've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s now.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build on this lead.
Now here's McDonald. She's guarded closely. Pass to Shepard. 4 on the shot clock. Outside Evans. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
They're having much more success here in the second after missing on a few chances that they had earlier.
Here's Morgan. She's guarded by Shepard. High post try. And that one hits back iron. Sparks trailing. Outside Evans. Shepard. Back to Evans. And it's out of bounds. The Sparks able to retain possession here.
She had no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important because probably would have been a quick 2 points if she doesn't knock it out of bounds. So I love that effort level.
Here's Evans. Las Vegas grabs the miss. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Morgan, guarded by Jackson. Gray outside, and stolen by Evans. Jackson outside. Brink. For three. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Aces on top, up by 4. And we will see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball in just a bit. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. The Aces leading. Outside Young. Back to Gray. Wilson. Pass to Gray. The 3 ball. It's good from long range.
So dangerous in that pick and roll set. Gray can move the ball, but option 1 is her excellent shot.
Outside McDonald. Makes it off the glass.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Here's Las Vegas. It's a 5-point game.
And Brian, one of the better all-around defenders in this league, Aari McDonald.
Well, back in college, she won Defensive Player of the Year twice in her conference. With quick feet and quick hands, she lives in the passing lanes and is always a threat to pick the ball and jet the other way.
5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Aces.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
To the middle. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots. Nick. It's going to be on Jessica Shepard. First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Both good at the line. Third quarter of basketball, we're about 1.5 minutes in. Outside Evans. Jackson, back to Evans.
Brink left side.
5 on the clock. Back to Evans. Lets the 3 fly.
Morgan with the rebound.
Just a slight advantage for them in the rebound department.
Yeah, especially when you're scoring the ball at even a decent clip. They've done what's necessary to take the lead.
Jules Lloyd.
And here's McDonald. Outside Evans. Pass to Jackson. McDonald. Back to Jackson. Shoots the 3. That's good, and it's Aari McDonald with the assist.
Well, an opponent should be very, very afraid when Jackson's doing damage from that range.
And the Aces call time here. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Outside Young. Morgan.
Brink covering.
Outside Powers. Shoots from the high post. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
By making that mid-range jumper, Aerial Powers opens up the rest of the floor for herself and her team.
Outside Brink. Pass to Jackson. Another three for the Sparks.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves an exciting finish.
Well, it took them a while, but they're getting hot from outside just at the right time.
Morgan, the shot, no good.
Nice defense from Cameron Brink. Now Shepard.
That one goes in.
Showing off the muscle on that contact finish. Please tell me you didn't think a little contact would disrupt Shepard.
Back to Lloyd. Morgan. Goes up on the stripe. Doesn't go that time.
It's been a bit of a struggle for her this quarter in terms of scoring the ball.
Jackson outside.
Outside McDonald.
Brink.
She's guarded by Griner. Shot clock at 5.
Here's McDonald.
Jewel Lloyd with some nice D. And it's the Aces with the ball. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Young. From deep.
Brink grabs the miss. McDonald with it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lloyd. That's foul number 2 for her. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
Now Lamont. Cameron Brink for 3. The shot off that time.
Here's Morgan. Brink covering.
Morgan can't hit.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood tall there.
Here's Evans. And no good trying to get that one. 3 quarters of play and a close game here. Aces ahead. They lead by 3. And we're coming back right after this break to get the 4th quarter started. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. The Sparks trailing. Collier outside. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line. The first free throw is good.
At the line for Los Angeles.
And good on both. And here are the Aces now. Here's Morgan. The rebound by Gray. And it's the Sparks ball. They trail by 1. Alemán, good.
Put herself in a great position to finish that break off.
Yeah, and that right there is just a great read of how the play was developing and where the ball was going.
Such high basketball IQ.
Screen by Gustafson. Here's Morgan.
And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
First team foul.
And she knocks down the first one.
The away team. Morgan. 2 shots.
She hits one and then misses the second attempt from the line.
Well, they should be in front right now, but she'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty.
Passed on Lamont. 6 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with the 3. Gray outside. Ogwumike with the ball. Inside. Here's Morgan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Since coming into the WNBA, Nneka has blossomed as a passer, always looking to help teammates.
The Sparks call timeout.
Yeah, coach wants to get everybody on the same page out there and maybe change up some things as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good timeout. You might as well talk things through.
And kind of change that game plan as well.
And the Aces making a change here. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Gray outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Here's Gray. To the paint. Wilson. And it's in.
And this is where you get Wilson the ball. A skilled interior player who's comfortable attacking from that spot.
Collier outside. Herbert Harrigan sets the screen. Here's the three. And the Sparks, another three.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed coming from beyond the arc.
Here's Morgan. Here's Wilson. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Offensive rebounding is all about hustle for Wilson. But really, it's also about reading shots, correctly anticipating the angles and the bounces.
Here's Aleman. Gray up top. This one for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous, really, for them from three-point range.
Yeah, a ton of their points coming from long range here. What a barrage.
And what a time to hit the threes.
Here's Morgan. Misses the layup. She had her with that pump fake, but couldn't make a pay. Crosses over. Collier can't get it to go. Las Vegas trailing. Here's Morgan. Here's Ogwumike. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Now here's Collier. Started by Young. Clock at 4. Three-pointer. Fresh shot by Collier. No good. And it's the Aces with the ball. It's a three-point game. Young's shot is off. And it's the Sparks ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Collier outside. Pass to Gray. Morgan with the rebound. Now here's Gray. Morgan. Count it! And that shot brings them within just 1.
Yeah, late reaction for the defense. She's always going to convert that.
Timeout called the Sparks. And the Sparks will go for a different look here.
Substitution on the court.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's McDonald. Gray defending. It's good!
You can just tell that McDonald was hungry to deliver for her team. He can be so tenacious.
Pass to Young. Ogwumike, guarded by Jackson. And that's out of bounds. Las Vegas will retain possession. And here's Nneka from the arc. Bullseye! Nails it! Oh, that is an enormous three-pointer. Timeout called the Sparks. Here's McDonald. chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Time expires, and we're going to overtime, baby! And don't go away, we'll be back momentarily. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has heated up in this one as we've watched this one go to overtime.
Substitution on the court.
Overtime still getting started here, just about a minute in. Morgan, the three-pointer off the mark. The Sparks with the lead. Jackson with the ball. Now Young defending. On the wing, Gary McDonald. Here's Shepard, and the layup is good.
Well, when you talk about the pick and roll set, McDonald's about as good as it gets.
Here's Morgan. Count that one.
Well, you're not going to pass up that type of look.
Here's McDonald. About 90 seconds off the clock in extra time now. Jackson outside. Three-pointer. Las Vegas grabs the miss. Here's Morgan. A steal by McDonald. Just about 2 minutes into the overtime period. What a game. 6 to shoot. Shepard the screen. Down low. Yes!
Plays with such a strong motor. Shepard is more than comfortable in the game's crucial moments.
McKay outside. To the inside. Here's Morgan. Count it! And the foul! That's on Cameron Brink.
Oh, that's an elegant move to drop in the floater. He's the player you want at the charity stripe in that situation. I got no doubt about that.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
And no need to rush it. Play smart.
Outside Evans. To the middle. Here's Shepard. And it falls!
When Shepard gets on a roll like this, she's so hard to stop. Her confidence grows with each made basket.
Now here's Gray, guarded by McDonald. Morgan can't hit. And they commit the intentional foul, and we'll see another one of those so that they can get into the penalty.
A smart foul there to try to extend the game.
Yeah, this isn't over, but the clock's as much of a problem for them as the score is right now.
They need some missed free throws.
Second team foul. At the line for Los Angeles.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up 5. So she goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Pass to Morgan. And Brink brings down the board. And she commits the intentional foul.
Chelsea Gray. Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Los Angeles.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as her second attempt at the line. No good.
Well, overtime not clearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting to OT. They've been a different team in overtime. They just seem to lose their energy. I understand where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but come on. They're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. This game is over, and I think they're the only ones who didn't realize it.
And we got dinner plans tonight.
Timeout called the Aces. What's your take, guys?
They can call all the timeouts they want. but it really isn't going to do them any good.
No, there's nothing they can do to salvage this one at this point.
Yeah, it's just a stat padding time.
And so the Sparks take the win. They escape with the victory, although they needed a few extra minutes to get it.
And what a great game.
Getting a double-double for the first time has become a rite of passage in the WNBA. How does it feel to be a part of that club?
That's a great question, Ben. It feels good. Yeah, it feels good. I have certain goals and objectives I want to attain and reach for throughout my career. It keeps me motivated on growing as a player and continuing to get better.
Yeah. Well said, well said. Follow me. If you could look into a crystal ball and see how many double-doubles you have in your career by the time you retire, what would the number be?
Well, Sylvia Fowles has the record, right? Almost 200. I'm going for that.
Okay.
The shots were falling, but you also stuffed the stat sheet, getting a rare 20-20 game in the process. Can you tell us about the difficulty of that?
You know, there's definitely skill involved, of course, but some of it has to do with the flow of the game, the matchup, a little bit of luck, honestly. It's just all wrapped into it. Everything just has to come together perfectly, and that's why it's so rare.
Well, getting 20-20 often indicates a player had leverage in at least two areas of the court. How were you able to use that leverage so effectively?
You know, I really think this particular matchup just worked in my favor. I was able to get a lot of open looks on shots. Other than that, just using my court awareness to the best of my ability and getting a little help from my teammates.
Thanks
It all
so
came
much.
together. Thanks.
Thanks.
Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA. In this game, we'll see the Las Vegas Aces against the Washington Mystics. And from the district, Washington, D.C., I'm Blake Suniga with our so-called experts, Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. And we're glad you could join us for this matchup.
And the excitement of a new WNBA season really hasn't worn off yet.
Well, you think, training camp happened, preseason happened, so these teams, they're still getting up to full speed. Some are clicking, others are still fine-tuning, but it's very exciting either way.
Well, soon enough, everyone will be rolling, and then the competition starts to get real fierce.
So the Mystics win the tip. Pass to Sykes, outside Edwards. Vandersloot outside. Now here's Austin. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, you all see that painted area? It belongs to Shakira Austin. She takes it personal down low.
Here's Morgan. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. Two shots.
Well, Washington went 19-21 in the 2023 season, falling in the first round to the Liberty.
Yeah, getting swept by the eventual runner-up in New York. The Mystics going 19-20 in the expanded 40-game regular season. They ended up the 7th seed.
Now here's Vandersloot. Gray defending. Pass to Austin. Sykes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Opening Vandersloot for 3. The rebound by Asia Wilson. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Morgan can't hit. Here's the Mystics with the ball. Edwards with it. Pass to Angsler. Austin. Sykes, guarded by Young. Sykes outside. Rejected by Jackie Young.
Outstanding job by Young on D. Staying connected. Strong rebounding, and she gets the easy putback as a result.
Ogumake outside. To the inside. Morgan. Here's Wilson. That one doesn't drop.
Aaliyah Edwards, strong defensive effort.
Now here's Angsler. Defense right on her. Up top, Vandersloot. Back to Austin. Edwards inside. She's guarded by Wilson. Vandersloot's shot is off. Gray outside. Pass to Wilson. Down low. And Morgan gets it to go.
She is one of the best when it comes to making the sweet lead pass.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Edwards. Austin with it. Sykes outside. 4 on the clock. Vandersloot outside. Over Gray. Vandersloot, no good.
Well, that's just not a sight you see very often because she has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when she's open.
Now here's Young. Second shot opportunity. And Wilson finishes it off.
Simply tenacious on the O-boards. Wilson attacks the loose ball with the intent of putting it back in the hoop.
Sykes outside.
Las Vegas foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Vandersloot.
And here's Melbourne.
6 to shoot. There's the triple. It's good from long range.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here is Lloyd. Pass to Morgan. Now Powers. From outside the arc. Edwards grabs the miss. The Mystics leading. Here's Vandersloot. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Edwards with it. That shot off. Excellent D there from Brittany Griner. Inside, Morgan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jewell Loyd.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
And Washington has possession. Now Melbourne. To the middle. Edwards. Great pass to set up the land.
Well, you know, that's a great way to get Edwards involved. Put her as a screener, let her go to work.
Here's Morgan. She's covered by Edwards.
Morgan can't hit. Up top, Vandersloot. To the paint. 3 seconds left.
After defending the shot, she didn't quit on that play. Followed it straight to the glass for the rebound.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Mystics ahead. And it's been a tight one here as the second quarter getting going. And for the Mystics, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I think so far the difference is the bench play of these teams.
Their subs have really packed a punch for them.
The lead changes hands once more. There have been no separation between these teams tonight.
Yeah, and it's made for one heck of an entertaining game, even when it hasn't been the best basketball.
Yeah, at least it's been close.
Las Vegas trailing.
And talking about Brittany Sykes, she's known for her defense.
Well, when those GM surveys come out every year, Sykes is normally the pick for best wing defender. She's an old school type of guard, doesn't take a lot of threes, hangs her hat on disrupting opponents.
Aerial Powers on the wing. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the 3 balls.
Spacing the floor with her long-range shooting. Powers, fantastic at connecting from deep.
Pass to Whitcomb. And here's Sykes. Just 5 to shoot. Morgan with the rebound. Now the Aces with it. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Back to Powers. Off target with the 3. And this is her first trip to the line tonight.
First team foul. At the line for your Washington Mystics. Substitution on the court.
And the Mystics call time here.
Yeah, I think the coach is watching a lot of shots they normally make rimming out, and it has to be frustrating. Maybe see if they could create some scoring opportunities at the free throw line.
That may be the answer for them, but you know, ultimately, I expect them to shoot their way out of this slump.
Pass to Angsford. Melbourne. Gray defending. To the middle. Soft touch off the glass. Now here is Lloyd. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Gray outside. Down low. Morgan. That's good, and that evens things out. 50-50. 4 for 8 shooting this game. And Washington has possession. Outside Whitcomb. They grab their own miss. And that one's good. Austin.
Always bringing the energy. Shakira Austin with effort points, and those buckets feel bigger than just 2.
Pass to Ogumake. Here's Morgan. Guarded by Austin. Here's Morgan. 10 points for her. Inside. Rebounded by the Mystics.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
Now here's Angsler. She's covered by Ogumake. Pass to Austin. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Wilson. And it's Austin missing.
She kind of short-armed that shot after doing a nice job of getting open.
Wilson with the buckets.
Plays with such imagination and vision. Players like Wilson go on to have long, successful careers.
Here's Melbourne. Whitcomb, covered by Lloyd. Back to Whitcomb. To the inside. Austin. Terrific assist and a nice finish. Just a solid play all around.
Yeah, she's played an important role in her offense today, and really without her, they might not have the lead right now.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Aces on top, leading by a point. And we will be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half to get underway. They set the pick. Pass to Ogumake. Back to Gray. Ogumake. Here's Morgan. Back to Ogumake. To the middle. Rebounded by Angsler.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that's gone in their favor.
Yeah, effort and determination on the glass, they really can compensate for a lot of deficiencies.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Austin. It's good, and with that basket, she is now 5 for 9.
Opportunistic shot by Austin. Finds the mid-range look and doesn't waste it.
Here's Morgan, guarded by Austin. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And that'll go on Emily Angsler. And the first one drops.
2 shots.
And she makes both free throws. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Sykes outside. Angsler, she's covered by Ogumake. Now here's Austin. Guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Sykes up top. Vandersloot. And the 3-ball is good.
Oh, she's put loads of work into her shot. Remember, Vandersloot was under 30% from 3 her rookie year. Now she's close to 40% each season.
Here's Morgan. She's got 12. Wilson can't hit. The Mystics leading. Pass to Sykes. Outside Edwards. And here is Vandersloot. Down low. Here's Sykes. And the layup falls.
Even at 5'9", no fear from Sykes. She played way bigger than her height. Tremendous heart.
Here's Morgan. Guarded by Austin. Angsler with the steal. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Vandersloot outside. Pass to Sykes. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Las Vegas grabs the miss.
And she continues to search for her rhythm. It's eluded her so far.
Back to Wilson. Banked in off the glass.
I'd say you're fooling yourself if you think Wilson's afraid of a little contact, because she'll go up against anybody.
And the Mystics call time here.
That coach wants to get everybody on the same page out there and maybe change up some things as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good timeout. You might as well talk things through.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Morgan. With 2 seconds left. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Right when you thought that shot was leaving her hands, she reinvented it.
The third quarter comes to a close. Aces ahead, up by 5. And when we return, we welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Washington trailing. Whitcomb with it. Pass to Melbourne. And here's Whitcomb. Guarded by Young. Clock at 6. It's Stephanie Dolson, high post. Melbourne, she's covered by Ogumake. 13 feet out. Melbourne shot is off.
That's one she knows she should have drained.
Here's Morgan. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trips to the line to shoot two.
First team foul. At the line for the away team.
And that one misses. The Aces making a change here. And she sinks the second. And here's Melbourne. She's covered by Ogumake. Now Melbourne. The 3. And Stephanie Dolson hits from deep.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond the arc in the second half.
And that's just what the doctor ordered, and they're really using that prescription to their advantage. You know, those 3-point bombs will really erase this deficit quickly if they keep it up.
And we weren't math majors, but 3 is more than 2, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Way to play an attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And that's how you do it, right, Tim? Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Got to be aggressive.
Come on, that's how you do it.
What determination. There was a lot of competition for that rebound.
We've gone about 1.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. Here's Morgan. Out to Gray. From past the arc, the three-pointer is on target.
A new age point guard. Gray doesn't just handle the ball and pass the ball. She also hits it from deep at a crazy rate.
Melbourne. Gray defending. Here's Melbourne. And a missed layup. Here's Morgan. It falls through, making her 6 for 11 in this contest.
It's a one-man show out there, guys. Looks like she's willing to handle all the offensive duties for them.
And the Mystics call time here.
Well, the coaches, they clearly don't like what's going on there, and they want to talk things over.
And why wouldn't they talk things over? I mean, really, you had to take a timeout there and just try to take away some of the opponent's momentum.
So, some changes for the Mystics. Here's Sykes. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Now here's Angsler. She's covered by Ogwumike. Clock at 4. Here's Vandersloot. Oh, that shot a little left, but the bounce goes her way. The Aces leading. Here's Morgan. Pass to Ogwumike. Jackie Young on the wing. Gray. Wilson. She's covered by Edwards. Here's Morgan. Edwards grabs the miss. Here's the Mystics with the ball. Sykes outside. Edwards left side. It's hauled in by the Aces. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Another good rebound. She's pulled down a bunch. Hasn't mattered, but you know what? She's a little size challenge in the post.
Here's Sykes. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Once inside, Sykes commits to the play. She'll work around contact if she has to.
The 15-footer. And she gets that one to go off the front iron. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in this fourth quarter. Vandersloot outside. Screen by Austin. Puts up the 3. Morgan with the rebound. And it's the Aces with the ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Sykes outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Edwards. Here's Vandersloot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Big time for Vandersloot with her ability to pass the ball, shoot the ball. She is so dangerous to have the ball late in games.
Here's Morgan, guarded by Austin. Back to Young. Here's Morgan. Pass to Ogwumike. Morgan and Vandersloot over to help. Just 5 on the clock. Asia Wilson, a good look. Rebounded by Sykes. Time called here. The Mystics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, I don't think a 2-point basket does much good for them here.
Yeah, I think that's their only choice. A 3 and then a foul.
Just not enough time left. No time to spare. They need a bucket.
And then a steal or foul to stop the clock.
And she commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line.
And she cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And she does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Time called here. The Mystics decide to talk it over. Guys, what do you think?
They can call all the timeouts they want, but it really isn't going to do them any good.
No, there's nothing they can do to salvage this one at this point.
Yeah, it's just scat padding time.
Here's Angsler. Long range from the inbound. Nails the triple.
And add another 3-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that. A smart foul there to try to extend the game.
Yeah, this isn't over, but the clock's as much of a problem for them as the score is right now.
They need some missed free throws.
And so she drops them both. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Now that's how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
It's money from deep. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as her second attempt at the line. No good. So it's the Aces taking the W in a close game. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
It really was. When this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what tough-minded squad they can be.
And that'll wrap it up.